Hello, this is Denise Barajas, and I would like to thank you for listening to A Sweet Awakening with Coffee. Whether this is the original version, which is currently playing in the background, or you've decided to try your hand at the remix, thank you for the support in advance. The idea of the song, which also features my friend Denny Jackson, also known as H Streets, came about in a very strange way. First of all, the song was actually written in a strange place. It was a kind of a difficult place in my life for a little bit. A lot of stress was going on, and I basically got overly distracted in trying to figure out things to do with working out programs and music plugins and things like that. As it stands, I didn't practice anything to do with my piano lesson work for the week, and well, I unfortunately just decided, well, why not come up with something new? Just because. I decided to sit down at my keyboard and play. Simply just play. I don't remember where the conversation started that I attempt to look up other instruments. I believe it was perhaps my friend Matthew Whitaker, whom, by the way, I thank immensely for introducing me to my current keyboard, Native Instruments Complete Control. This is one of my absolute favorites I've ever worked with. In fact, it was because of Logic Pro and a little bit of advice from a WhatsApp group that I was able to certainly obtain the knowledge to open my world into MIDI work. It has never been the same. In the past, I've always just used complete stock sounds from whatever the keyboard was that I had at the time. Mostly it was just Yamaha, which I am not going to say they're bad keyboards. They're not. But it's definitely not quite the same when you work with digital audio workstations and other technology to make it a lot more easier to simply sit down, find your spaces that you want to record, or simply, while you have a recording going, play. And if you like the idea, you can certainly capture it. In keeping this in mind, this is exactly what happened when I wrote A Sweet Awakening with Coffee. The chords are the only thing that stay very consistent. Besides using Lo-Fi Glow in this, I also used Spitfire Audio's original media toolkit, and I used their piano that was provided. Now, in the song, like I said, the only thing that stays consistent are the chords. And it was because I decided to loop these chords that my friend Denny, also known as H Streets, oh yes, by the way, he makes really good music. Totally check it out wherever you get your music from. Anyway, long story short, after that, he simply asked what if he could provide some drumming for it. I said, well, why not? And bass and everything else, because at the time I wasn't comfortable asking for help. I already was taking piano lessons with just trying to hone my skills better, but I never considered, well, can I be taught orchestration techniques or anything like that? I simply just created just to create. So, in keeping that in mind, I simply decided, well, I'll do the best I can to leave the rest of this piece in my friend's hands. I've heard a lot of his music before, and I thought I could trust him with it. sure enough, give or take, I want to say about 3 weeks, and he sends me screen captured videos of some of the progress. When I first heard the very first one, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it quickly, and since then, it's never been the same as far as collaborative work. Now, the title to A Sweet Awakening with Coffee basically was inspired mostly because of synesthesia. The short end of the story is that key signatures literally remind me of actual taste in music. I don't know why, they just do. So because the song is written in C minor, obviously this definitely reminds me of a cup of coffee with strong notes of vanilla creamer. Henceforth why I decided to call it A Sweet Awakening with Coffee. Obviously coffee is one of those things that a lot of us certainly consume, as do I. My day's never complete without one. So if I don't have my coffee with vanilla creamer, it's obviously never the same. Either way, I hope that you enjoy this piece. Like I said, whether you pick up the remix or you pick up the original piece. So thanks to all my friends, and also thanks to anyone that has heard it that I don't know of yet. And certainly, thanks be to God for allowing me to certainly have the gift of expressing myself musically speaking. It certainly took quite a bit of time and effort to certainly just jump at the idea to even release a single in the first place. I appreciate everything that you all do, that you all certainly take the time to sit and listen through either this presentation or certainly the music aspect. Thank you so much, and God bless.